up guys, it's Rob. I hope you're doing good. So if you have no idea what that little riff is that I played at the start of this video, you might be surprised to find out that that's Ed Sheeran's new song. I mean, I genuinely never thought I'd see the day when Ed Sheeran releases anything that sounds remotely like that. I mean, we all know Ed Sheeran, you can't really escape his name these days, and he's very well known for having a certain sound. Yes, he can do some sort of funky pop sort of stuff, more production-wise, and then he can strip it right back and do nice simple acoustic songs, acoustic ballads. So he's not exactly a one-trick pony, he is quite versatile as a songwriter and a performer, but this is just something I never thought I would hear come from Ed Sheeran. I actually found out about this song from one of my guitar students who mentioned the song, so I had to listen to it, and yeah, I just since then I haven't been able to get the riff out of my head. I mean, the riff itself isn't anything new. It is quite a generic rock riff, but for me that doesn't matter. It's still a cool riff. It's still got a groove to it. It's got electric guitars kicking in pretty heavy, a nice little drum build up, and then it kicks in. It's a cool rock riff, and this is just my opinion, so please don't crucify me out there for saying this, but I genuinely think that this is one of the best rock songs that I've heard come out in recent time. But lately I've been getting quite fed up of a lot of rock bands that I like, and metal bands, starting to become more and more mainstream and become more and more pop. Especially bands like, I mean, Bring Me the Horizon, great example. They were really heavy. I've seen Bring Me the Horizon live, you know, in their Sempiternal days. Fantastic band live, really good. And, you know, I liked when they started getting into all the production and stuff like that. And then, I mean, I'm not saying what they do now isn't good. It's just not for me. I don't really like the more mainstream, mellowed out stuff. I respect bands that do that. Linkin Park did the same thing. They went a bit more mellow, which is great. I don't think that that's a bad thing. I just, you know, for me, I like the rock stuff. That's all I'm saying. So it's a little bit strange for me that all the rock bands that I like and, you know, are now releasing pop songs and pop albums. And then whereas Ed Sheeran and Bruno Mars, by the way, it's Ed Sheeran, Bruno Mars, and a guy called Chris Stapleton. I don't know much about Chris Stapleton at all. I have to have a quick search and find out more information, but they co-wrote this song, and this is what we get. So it's not all Ed Sheeran, it's just on his album. But yeah, all the rock bands I like are now putting out pop albums, and then Ed Sheeran, one of the biggest pop artists on the planet with Bruno Mars, puts out a rock song. What the hell is going on in music right now? Everything just seems really, really strange. But in all honesty, I don't think it's a bad thing, because I heard that riff, and yes, whilst it's quite simple, it reminds me quite a lot of, and again, don't crucify me for saying this, it's just my opinion, but the riff itself feels quite Led Zeppelin-y, Deep Purple-y to me. It kind of reminds me of the Whole Lotta Love Led Zeppelin riff, and also it's got quite a similar vibe to Bloodsucker by Deep Purple. I don't want to play these riffs, you know, I don't want to go overboard by playing other riffs and stuff in this video. I would love to, but this video is just going to get flagged for copyright, and I'm trying to avoid that these days, so check out Bloodsucker, check out Whole Lotta Love if you've never heard those songs before, which I'm sure you have. And you'll see what I mean about that riff. It sounds quite of that ilk, in my opinion. But the thing is though, I heard that riff and I couldn't really get it out of my head. Even now, it's still going round and round in my head. So I had to grab the guitar and I had to learn it. And I'm thinking, I've been playing guitar for about 16, 17 years, and hearing a very generic rock riff like that still makes me want to grab the guitar and learn it. How many new people, especially younger people, are also going to hear that because that's in the charts? I assume it is anyway. And they're going to hear this rock guitar riff, and hopefully it might inspire some new people to also think, I want to learn to play the guitar, that sounds cool. Because kids these days, I mean, I know from experience in teaching, kids don't know much about music. The only music that they know is what they hear on the TV or they hear on the radio. They don't go searching for new music. They're not trying to follow bands and stuff like that. So kids' idea of music is very, very limited. They might listen to music that their parents listen to. Their parents might play them things that they like, so they kind of grow up liking the same thing. I grew up liking AC/DC from my dad, and my mum likes Poison and Fleetwood Mac. So I kind of grew up liking that sort of stuff, so it's no wonder that I like rock music now. But if kids don't know much about music and all they hear is Ariana Grande and Little Mix and stuff like that, then hearing this Ed Sheeran song, surely they're going to go, what is that? Like, I've not heard anything like that before. Which will hopefully then give them a bit more idea that there's other music genres out there than just the pop stuff that they get force-fed on the TV. So yeah, I hope this is generally a new direction for maybe Ed Sheeran or even other pop acts. If this song does really, really well, which I hope it does, then maybe other pop acts now will then go, well, why don't we try and do that? And it's a bit strange because, you know, rock music and rock bands are so different from pop artists and stuff like that. And I bet there's going to be plenty of people out there who would rather pop artists stay completely away from rock music because they don't want to ruin it, they don't want to spoil it. But I don't think it will, because rock music is rock music at the end of the day. No matter who's doing it, it's still rock music. It's still got guitars and riffs and stuff like that. Doesn't matter who's doing it, it's still the same genre of music. And if some very famous pop artists with more of a following decide to go down a more rockier route, then why not? Even Miley Cyrus is getting a bit more rockier these days. And then, like I said, a load of rock bands these days are now getting softer and more poppier. And even Noel Gallagher put out recently a song which is quite poppy and quite dancey. You know, he's a rock star, he was in Oasis, you know, and stuff like that. So I, for one, really hope that this is a new trend in music that will get picked up by more people. Maybe some more artists won't be afraid to sort of go down the more rock guitar riff thing, because I genuinely hope that inspires more younger people to pick up guitars and start playing, because people say that rock music is dead, nobody's learning guitar anymore, which isn't true. We all know that isn't true. People do kind of look at guitar music as being a bit old-fashioned and a bit dated, but that doesn't mean that it can't come back and it can't get back in date, you know, basically old rock music with a modern twist. I mean, it even has a guitar solo, and it's actually quite a cool one. I bet there's kids, a younger generation out there, who've never heard a guitar solo in their life. So I think it's absolutely amazing that this is like got all the kind of rock cliches in there to sort of introduce to those sort of people. So for me, it's a win-win. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. So I just wanted to make a quick video about it. I can't get it out of my head. I was just thinking about it and topic in general. And I thought, as a guitar player, as a guitar channel, it'd be nice to talk about something quite current and quite popular because of the whole guitar theme. So what do you guys think? Do you think this song is cool? Do you think it's really bad and Ed Sheeran should just stick to his pop music, or do you think it's quite a cool thing? I think it's cool. And is this something that you want to see more of in music? Do you think bringing more rock music, especially the classic rock sound that it is, it's not metal, it's like funky classic rock, got a groove to it sort of thing. Like I said, the Deep Purple, the old Led Zeppelin sort of stuff. These really, really classic bands, it's got that sort of vibe to it for me. Maybe even a bit of modern stuff, more like Audio Slave, those sort of bands, bringing that sort of vibe back into the limelight. Do you guys think that's a great idea, or do you kind of wish it was left to those bands and not resurfaced by newer pop acts and stuff like that? But either way, let me know in the comments what you think. So that's it from me, just a quick video today, so I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, then please click up here to see another one, over here to subscribe to my channel if you're new, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. So thanks for watching.